Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Tengoku Struggle, continuing Jack's route. We just ran into him for the first time in his route. I mean, not the first time in the game, the first time in his route. And he was being just the weirdest McFucking weirdo ever. And, you know, was like, hey baby, why don't you come up to my room for some tea? And now mom's telling us no. Rude. Anyway. Absolutely not. I imagine they'd be opposed to it, but I didn't think they would completely throw out the idea like this. Well, Goemon's like, no one's touching my woman. Everybody has touched your woman in this house. FYI. Goemon. Not in this route universe, but just in general. No, don't do it. You're not the kind that can put the moves on anyone. Says the man who I wooed pretty much without batting an eye. But don't you think this is a great opportunity? And I don't care what happens to you, but cleaning up after you sounds like a pain. You know, that's mean. That hurts my feelings, Yona. They're all like, yeah, I don't care what happened. Well, you know what? I can't even be. Sharku was like, you can't woo anyone. Except for me. Yeah, you're all slightly wooed by me. It's only been like 2 days. You're all in love with me and you know it. Aw, the man harem, just look at you guys being feisty, not wanting a new guy coming in. I'm just going to have to teach you the rules of the man harem, boys. And that is when we play a new game or we get to a new route, a new man enters the harem. All right? It's crowded up in here, but that's why we keep finding the rich money bags. Okay? We got enough rich boys that they can add wings onto this fucking goddamn catastrophe that we call a house. So that you all have space. Okay? You know, I'm just saying. It's big enough in here for everybody. My brain is enough of a whore for everyone to get what they need, okay? Oh. I love this Yona sprite, though. This one you can... it's so hard to see his freckles, but you can see them. And he's just so adorable and precious, and I want to ruffle his floofy hair. Why I love him the most, I don't know. I mean, I absolutely know. You are the salty bastard, and I fucking love the salty bitches. Anyway. Yeah, it's not like I'm worried about you or anything, but it'd be hard to sleep at night if you came back as a corpse. That sounds like you are worried about me. But you're just trying to put up a front. But he's just a human. No. You don't have to be so unwilling to consider it, don't you think? Have you forgotten about our mission? I haven't. We capture the escapees and bring them back to hell. This might be an important chance to get us closer to that, you know? To ask you to come up to his apartment is just way too shady. I mean, that's valid, but also you're just jealous. But this is extremely valid. But we'd be able to infiltrate into the enemy's circle, right? You want that guy to have his way with you that badly? Yes. Calm down. Stay calm. Of course. I understand that's a thing that happens, and maybe it'll happen to me. But you know what they say, nothing ventured is nothing gained, right? She's like, wait till chillax about that. Look, I mean, I understand shit like that happens, and like, sure, if he tries to have his way with me, I mean, like, alright, I'm just gonna take it as it comes. But anyway, like, isn't it important to the mission? He just accepted that a little too easily. You all saw the stream this morning, right? Without a doubt, the app he's advertising is going to see an uptick in users. Even today, I heard people talking about it in town. And I have this. If by any chance that man does assault me, I can at the very least stop him. I read that as I could top him, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that goes. If he tries to assault me, I'll just get on top, like, I'll just top him. Like, I will take control. And it's like, so you're gonna turn the tables? That's not how it works. You usually want to punch and run. Like, you're gonna dominate him instead? I mean, sure, works for me, but oh, my brain doesn't want to read today.
are you gonna do if Simon's at the apartment too?
Comment that I didn't know this was a gangbang, and I'm not into the threesome idea unless I pick the third party. And then promptly leave. What? You're all just staring at me like, what are you? And you're like, I did not consider that. I can't say that there's no danger at all. And we have to go about this more carefully. I'm assuming that this is Jack because it's got a guitar. Huh. I don't recognize this number. Maybe it's a prank phone call. And just ignore it. Some dumbasses will keep calling once they know you're a girl. It might just be a mistake, too, says Kikanosuke. It sounds like you know for a fact that you would do that. He's too sweet. Yes, who is...
Good evening, it's me. I just couldn't wait, so I called you.
He has to know who we are, or he is just a big fucking whore. I don't know. That's right, I gave him my number. Good evening. Thank you for calling. With that, the others seemed to understand what was going on. That's on you for giving him your number. He thinks you're easy for sure.
Man, this guy just can't wait. What an oaf.
You should have just ignored it. It hurt seeing everyone glare at me.
I'm sorry I had to leave you today. I want to make it up to you as soon as possible, so what do you think about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I glanced toward the others. You want to go, right? And do whatever you want.
Oh man, I'm sure Tom is gonna cry real good when he sees you come back dead.
You're friends now, right? Ugh. Everyone's like, do whatever, fine, whatever. I love Shargo's is the best, though. Like, Tom is gonna cry when you come back dead. Girl, he gonna murder you! Yes, it's fine, I'll come.
Oh, good. That was so sudden I didn't think you'd be able to. And then let's meet at 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow at the well.
Got it, that's fine.
I'm looking forward to it. Good night and sweet dreams, then.
Jack's like, I don't need to have a girlfriend because I just meet random girls. And I'm like, you should come to have tea at my apartment. And tea at my apartment means let's have sex. All right. You know, I'm just saying, we've had routes in other games where, like, you know, there's usually the romance and the back and forth and, like, whatever. And then there's the routes where you're like, all right, let's just bone. And you're like, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere. So it would be not surprising, but also surprising if this game turned that table. Because, like, I can really only think of one off the top of my head. You're thinking of the same one. And, like, but, like, it's one of those, you're like, I'm sorry, we just what now? What? Huh? We just decided to throw down now? We're like, casual sex sounds great. Huh? What? So, like, it wouldn't be shocking if we went to Jack's apartment and we're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because it's not unheard of for that to happen. And it's a surprise twist that you wouldn't see coming, really. And it would also be kind of shocking because you wouldn't... That's not the standard in an Otome game. And with her hate and distrust for men, the fact that she would do that would be quite shocking. But she was also like... When Shuraku was like, he's gonna try... What if he tries to assault you? And you're like, well, if that just happens, I'll just take one for the team. Ma'am? What? She's a little too chill about it, is all I'm saying, so. So with that said, tomorrow I'll be going to Jack's place. With that said, what do you mean? You made that decision all on your own. We'll toss you in the bath if you come back as a corpse. Oh man, you fell right into his trap.
Hopefully he doesn't strip you down and make you cry.
I won't become a corpse, and even if it is a trap, I'll do something before I'm stripped down. Unless I do it willingly. Good night. I really hope, like, even if he tries to get seductive, we, like, kick him in the nuts or something, and, like, we don't have to have one of the boys come rescue us, because... And they'll be like, see, we told you so. You know what I mean? Also, because then it's, like, that would just leave you... I mean, yeah, him getting a little flirty and, like... trying to seduce you, sure, but like actually trying to assault you would kind of sour his route a little. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we haven't had those characters before, so maybe he was a bit rash to go into a man's room. I understand what they're all saying, but also, again, you went into his room. Okay, to be fair, just because I showed up in your room does not mean you get to have sex with me. But if a guy, like, you want to, like, come back for, like, a nightcap, and you show up, and then he's probably thinking that, like, you're down to pound, right? So, like, then when you're like, whoa, no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to mix it. Oh, okay, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Just because I show up in your room does not mean we're having sex. But if you're using lingo that I don't comprehend as somebody who's never spent time in the human realm, and you're like, come have tea at my apartment, and tea at my apartment means have sex with me, and we don't know the code, okay? And we show up at your apartment expecting tea, and you're standing there naked with your dingleberries out. I mean, that's when you just be the gentleman, and we're like, I thought when you said tea, you meant real tea, so I'm gonna leave. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's okay to have a misunderstanding. It is not okay to just assume that you were owed sex because you said tea, and you know what I'm saying. So, like, hey, he might try to seduce me and get frisky, but one backhand across the face should teach him everything he needs to know about keeping his hands to himself. Right? Unless he thinks that's foreplay. We'll just have to pull out our whip, but he might enjoy that too. I don't know. This is going to get complicated. I'm feeling so pressured from wanting to get that soul preservation certificate, aren't I? Well, whatever. At the worst, if a Simon's hiding there and cuts me down, I just need to be thrown into the onsen. I am Spacey Enma, Hell Guardian and daughter of the Great King. I'll be sure to make the best of this chance. And have sex with Jack. I would just laugh my ass off. Jack 1, the man who yearns for the well. End of chapter 1. Start of chapter 2. And why do you yearn for the well? That's the mystery. Yeah, they're looking nice and healthy. Guess you're talking about plants.
Now those leaves are looking quite tasty now, meow.
Tama, these aren't snacks for you.
Meow, of course I know that.
Lord Hellguardian, please take this with you today. With a strangely subservient attitude, Goemon handed out a small sphere, a few centimeters in diameter. It's made of a compound of mustard. It won't kill someone with a human body, but it is possible to immobilize them for a moment. Mustard? I shall follow the both of you and keep watch over you. Why are you talking like that? It suits me, doesn't it? And this isn't about whether I trust you or not, or whether you're strong or weak. I know that normally you can use your whip, but he's got the Simon on his side, and there's no telling what might happen. Valid, and I think it's okay if Goemon sneaks around in the shadows. He's good at it. So, take this in place of a charm for your protection. Thank you, I will.
I think it'd be better if you had a rough experience so you learn your lesson, though.
Good morning, Sharaku. That sort of cynicism won't be enough to... Oh, we're back on the red spinner again. Okay. Good morning, everyone. A miracle has occurred here in Asakusa. The red spinner has once again appeared. Oh, I should have read it's red spinner. I remember that name from the plaza. Morning. Sorry, I forgot to set up the rice to... Kikinosuke, look at the screen. Let's move on to our interview with the hero. If you would, Ichise Tatsumi, or should I say, Red Spinner? Good morning, everyone. What the heck is up with that getup? Yeah, it's like a jogging suit. It literally, he just looks like he's out for a jog with, like, fingerless gloves on. I hear that early this morning you subdued a group of thieves. What an amazing act. It's like something straight out of the TV show. Right. Thanks to Lady Shinobikni's power, I've truly become the Red Spinner.
Huh? Look at this self-satisfied moron.
Morning. What's going on? Yona, come here and watch this. The other day you experienced a miracle bestowed by Shinobikni, and you gained your power from it as well, is that correct? Huh? Are they dumb or something? Well, we know it's true, though, because she uses her blood or whatever, so. That's right. I wanted to help people in trouble. This is really happening, isn't it?
I would infer that this man has undergone some sort of body strengthening process.
What?
Querying data from the internet, I have found several images uploaded. It appears he chased after a group of thieves who snuck into a jewelry store near the gates of hell and captured them all.
And that's not some kind of act, is it? I'm sure you're all surprised, but this is all thanks to her powers. I'd like to use this amazing strength for everyone. I want to save those who need help. The Red Spinner is back in action. I hope you'll welcome me. You say that as if you were a real hero, you were a TV star. There's something uncanny about him. Like, they made him like, oh, he's supposed to be so beautiful and everything, but like, there's something uncanny. It could be the giant smile that's like almost Joker-like, turning him almost into a flip. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's just something where you're like, okay. It's the combination. Because, like, if you cover up his mouth and nose, right, you're like, okay, but he's got, like, pretty eyes and, like, the hair's fine. But then if you cover up his eyes and everything, maybe it's just his mouth is a little too wide. I don't know what it is, but, like, there's something that you're like, it's slightly unhinged. And slightly, you're like, yeah, slightly uncomfortable. You know, I don't know. Is it me? Is it me? Or am I just associating you with, like, creepy jester dude, where there were certain parts of that you're like, there's certain parts of that are, like, on, like, yes, cool. And then the rest of it's, like, kind of creepy. So it's really bizarre. But you're not giving me, like, sexy clown that I need, you know what I mean? Where you're like, you are a clown, but you are hot. You were like, you are kind of actually on the kind of slightly terrifying. Although the outfit was good, but, like, the rest of it's kind of disturbing. There's something about this man that's kind of just uncanny, unhinged, and makes me uncomfortable. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Is it just me? Is it just me? Stare at him for a minute. You're like, yeah, there's just like, they drew him like, oh, he's supposed to be this beautiful actor man. And you're like, but he just looks slightly wrong. Where you were like, yeah, there is something. No, something is wrong. Like you're in a horror movie and you're like, oh, he's going to stab me. That's all I'm saying, you know? Anyway, if you had just didn't have your eyes open, we would have just known that you were like suspicious. But that's the hero on the side of justice, the Red Spinner. Thank you so much. Like, look, Goemon's mouth is half the size. The Red Spinner was a lead role that Ichise Tatsumi played. So he's playing the part of that role for real?
He talked about the woman's power, too. I'm sure he's not just part of some costume party.
Him capturing robbers. Is this another marketing play for the app? A good deed, huh? Huh. He's gotta be kidding. Right. It is a good deed. There's nothing to rebuke him for, and no reason for us to chase after him for that. It's pretty creepy. I'm gonna be following Our Lady today, so would someone else mind tailing Ichise Tatsumi?
I'll go.
Really? Thank you, then. The Red Spinner. The escapees themselves are trouble enough. This all seems so unsettling. But try and chase two hares and you catch neither. First, I have to focus on Jack. And I realize the other ones aren't beaming smiley, which is why you can't, like, the mouths look different, but I still think Ichise's mouth just looks a little too wide. Like, a little too wide. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Like, they're like, make it just a little bit bigger, and like, yeah, now it's slightly unhinged. You know? I know why everyone else is worried. But I want to be of help, too. I feel inferior because I don't have any powers to help me fight, too. My desire won't help against Jack. In any case, I'll be sure to get the best out of today. So... Interesting, we're thinking of Shinosuke right now. So, like, we always have to kiss the desires and untangle the threads, so, like, do you think... Was Jack an escaped prisoner, maybe? Maybe he's not really human. Maybe he is someone that, like, got free. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's odd that he's the only not Helldensian. Anyway. Oh, that's right. Shinosuke! No, I shouldn't. I thought Jack might be able to offer some help in our search since he knows so many people, considering his work. But for that, I'd have to reveal who I am. Oshichi, I'm sorry. Well, maybe later when he figures it out.
Hey, I've been waiting for you.
Hello.
A meeting at the plaza would have been closer, but there are a lot of people over there. Now let's take a walk through the back streets. If we're lucky, we might run into some cats, too.
Cats? Do you like them?
I love all animals, but they just don't seem to like me for some reason. Look, Meowful!
He's like, I have to bribe cats to like me. There's something about that, though. The cats don't like you.
Well, the cats always come to me, right?
I should have expected as much from something from hell. It's so popular. Wait, is he just carrying some around all the time just for that?
You know, I know I just put my leg up. I had to scratch my ankle, and you were sitting on my leg, but you were blocking. Your fat body was blocking my TV. I couldn't read.
I had to be like trying to like, because obviously you use both your eyes to see, but like with the bird there, it's like you have bird, but like if you were to close one eye, you would see just the right side. Like, so I had to like, I'm like, I have to use the deductive reasoning of my brain to wrap around the bird's fat body sitting on my leg in my way.
What do you do? If you're sitting there, I can't see. I can't see.
Like, you know, you can see some things with your left eye and some things with your right eye, and it makes the full picture. So with the bird in the middle, you're like, oh, it's disjointing trying to see around him. All right, you sit there and I'll pet you. Okay. Anyway. What a strange man. It's hard to dislike him after seeing that. No, I mean, sure, cats are adorable, but I can't let my guard down after just that.
Well, let's be on our way then. I'm eager to get you back to my place and have some tea. Wink, wink. Whoa, look over there. There's a cat walking. You think it's one from hell?
Huh? In the direction he was looking as he shouted was... Meow! I'm sure Jax realized that I'm from hell, which means I shouldn't reveal that I know Tama. He has his back toward me right now, too. Tama, we are complete strangers, okay? I tried to send my signal as he blinked in confusion. And then Tama twitched his ears as if he understood. If he ruins this for me.
Well, that's such a big cat. Hey, did you come here from hell?
He really just likes cats.
Meow, meow. Here, I'll give you this. Meow. Huh? You don't like meowfuls even though you're a cat. Meow. Meow, meow.
I like how he's like, I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna meow. Like, you can fucking use your words. He's conflicted. Tama doesn't like eating meowfuls after all. He says it goes against his pride. But if he's that curious, he can at least take a bite.
I don't need to be shy. Here, go on. Meow, meow. I wouldn't eat that trash. Good day.
What? It talked? Tama batted away the food handed to him and quickly ran off.
Then ran away.
I hope I didn't upset him.
I can't believe it. This is the first time a cat refused to eat any of these.
Maybe it was scared of you. Cats also have their preferences. I would be like, cats can have their preferences, because I don't think scared of you is the right answer. That's so mean. Cats also have their preferences. Don't we normally get 2 choices per chapter? We only got 1 in that last one. Interesting. Huh. But yes. Cats have preferences too.
You think so? I guess some cats don't like Meowfles, huh?
You don't have to be so down about it. You'd be like, have you ever found a cat from hell? Maybe he's special.
Thanks. That makes me happy.
Oh no, why am I giving pity to the enemy? Well, it might have been scared of you as well.
What? You think so?
He looked in the direction where Tama ran off and slumped his shoulders down.
Oh man, my perfect streak of feeding Meowfles to cats ends here.
Is he that depressed?
Maybe it's because I'm a criminal, tied to the prison of death.
No, it's just a matter of Tama's pride.
That's unfortunate, but there's no use in the fact it ran away. But I'd never seen such a big cat before. I want to see it again and pet it. Alright, let's get going then.
Like, I love the fact that he loves Goemon so. You know what? Maybe this is why they didn't have you, like, Goemon. Okay, like, the first part of having Yona follow Jack was just nothing. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was just going to be a trend, like how it is in the rest of them. But, like, this is why, because Goemon's all fucking jealous. And stop acting like this is some kind of date. If you're standing out in the middle of the street, he's gonna see you.
Hey, we're here. This is my apartment.
It looks so expensive. Seems just like something right out of a TV show. Wow, I can't believe you live in such an amazing place, Jack.
That's for my job. I wouldn't mind living on just a bare mat. I mean, we all live and die the same, right? I'm no better than anyone else.
Oh, he can be surprisingly modest.
I have no interest in money at all. It's just that I was almost killed by a fan before.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, she said that I had to be hers.
Were you injured?
That was just a scratch.
I guess being in entertainment can be really rough. Yes, so I would be like, yes, no, I'm absolutely married. Don't touch me. Please don't stab me again.
And also, because I started streaming recently, I need a room with solid soundproofing or I'll bother the neighbors, right?
I see. So those were your quarters, Jack.
No need to be so shy with me. We've already traded line information after all. And we're about to go up and have sex.
He's just like, wait, what?
We're having tea, right?
Yeah, tea.
Right, that's what I said, sex.
Huh? It's okay I call you Jack, right?
You can call me a nickname that only you get to use, like Honey or Sweetie.
I will call you Jack then. Goemon's in the bushes like, I'm gonna kill him.
We're here. This is my room.
The outside looked impressive, but in another sense, the inside is also surprising. It's fancy. There's so many plants around. I guess he likes them. I couldn't help but want to smile, imagining him taking care of them. Oh, our plant cat dad. Over there, is that an actual tea room? It seems like he wasn't joking about being in tea ceremony tournaments. That's why he wants you to come. He's like, I can't just have tea at any old fucking place. I gotta do it myself the right way.
I'll go boil some water. Sit wherever you want and just wait for me.
Sure. She's like, oh, when you said tea, you meant tea. Oh, okay. He was in tea tournaments. We should have known, or tea ceremony tournaments. We should have known that when he said, come over for tea, it wasn't Netflix and chill. Nowadays, it's like, when you say Netflix and chill, do you mean we're actually going to watch Netflix and just hang out? Or is that like code for sex still? I don't know anymore. You're like, God, no, we're going to watch Netflix. There's so many good shows on. Shit. We ain't got time to have sex. I can see his booth from when he streams over there. He has a whole booth. But over here are tatami mats. It was a strange room, including both Western and Japanese influences. I wonder if this is popular in the human realm. No, Jack's just weird. Oh, this plant. It's fake. I touched a leaf to find it made of finely made cloth. But so are these here. They're all fake. Is it a hassle for him to take care of them? Oh, okay. So he's just our wishful cat dad. He's not even a plant dad. Jeez. He takes care of plants like I do. Like, if they're real, they're probably going to die, so they all need to be fake. I still have the one to show my mom. I have the one that my sister gave me years ago. Right here. See? It's a glass cactus. It's literally made of beads. It's not even anywhere fucking near real. It's the only way I can keep it alive. He should have at least one real one. No, I'm just butting in at this point. I have 3 real ones, okay? They're all from the same plant. The, like, pieces broke off and I replanted. And it's the only thing that just, look, you could not water it for a month and it'll get droopy, but it'll never die. It might be fake. I don't know. It's the only plant I've had that hasn't died. Huh? This key holder. Oh no. Kikinosuke's new best friend now. Do you play Hell Macabre Party 2, Jack?
Oh, are you a fan?
No, I haven't played it at all, but someone I know just loves it.
I play it on occasion because it's a nice change of pace. That loud roar of the machine gun. Shooting's so fun.
Oh, shooting it is so fun. I was like, sir? I didn't know he had hobbies like that, too.
But I love the game system the most. Have you heard of Nuraya Candy from your friend?
No, I haven't. He did mention it in his route, I think.
You can play Macabre Party alone or in matches with others. And the mode most popular is the party stage, where everyone plays together all at once. You can bury that candy as a gift to other players, but when you do, you can choose to make it a landmine or make it candy.
Right, okay.
Make it a mine and you attack them, make it candy and they become invincible. You just can't use it on yourself.
I didn't know there was a system like that.
It can become a tool to kill others or one to help them, depending on how you use it. People can become good or bad under the slightest of circumstances. That's what makes it so fun. A long time ago, I almost killed someone.
May I ask something? Do you like streaming?
If you're asking that, I take it you don't like streaming then.
I apologize for asking something so rude. I'm just not familiar with that sort of thing at all.
Not familiar? Could you be a princess who's been hidden away from the world your whole life? I do get that vibe from you, though.
Maybe you really have no clue who I am and you're just insta in love with me? I'm not really sure what game you're playing here. Are you just literally, are you actually clueless? Or are you just playing clueless? And like, if you're just playing clueless, good job. You know what I mean? But if you're actually clueless, are you just like a man whore who flirts with any girl that he sees to get them up to his apartment for tea? Or are you like, I'm instantly in love with you because like we knew each other in our past life and then you're just instantly drawn to me and you just don't know why? I'm special. Like, there's so many different like possibilities here and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Okay. Shoot. That would have made sense with Oshichi, Goemon, and the others, or anyone else from hell. I understood what the concept is since I've gone over dictionaries of the human realm, but it just isn't an idea that's close to me. Perhaps it was because my father was strict with me. Was that a lie too? Nah, I'm already hiding my identity. Now's not the time to be worrying over a single lie, or 50. In any case, I have to keep working to win him over.
Well, if I were to answer whether streaming is fun or not, I can only say that it's strange.
Strange?
I can't say I keep up with the times very well, unless stuff didn't exist at all in the past.
See, right there, shit like that is not what you say unless you're old like me, when you're like,
back in my day, we didn't have the interwebs and the Google is complicated.
That's old people speak. Okay? Are you 70? Are you actually a boomer? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? That is not a normal 20-year-old saying, oh, back in my day, we didn't have, like, streaming. Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did. You know what I mean? Like, are you, like, 40? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's such a fucking thing. That is not... That's... What is up, yo? Put a pin in that. Take that. Put a pin in that in the conspiracy board. Because that's sus as fuck.
That seems like many people watch my streams. But I always wonder if they're really real.
So, yeah, okay, I get that. Like, are you guys really real? You leave comments, you're here. I know you are, but like, are you real or are you figments of my imagination? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But I'm not streaming, like, live streaming. I couldn't do that. I can't. Like, I will chat and have a conversation with you guys, like, right now, because you're not really here. I know you're going to watch it later, but that's future me's problem. Thinking that, like, what I'm saying right now is in the future going to be stuck on the internet forever. Like, whatever. And then people are going to, and I read the comments. I do read the comments, and I don't reply all the time because, like, replying sometimes, if I haven't said it before or whatever, is sometimes, like, it's like then I'm directly communicating. We're having, and that makes me feel so awkward because I am an awkward, introverted introvert. Doing this is not, like, people think, like, oh, you're extroverted. Then no, totally introverted because I'm just talking to myself right now. I'm talking to you, an imaginary audience right now. And then when this goes live, you're actually a real audience there listening. But at the time I'm doing this, you're imaginary. Like, even though I know you're real. You know what I mean? Because to be fair, if I were just sitting here playing games by myself, I do this when I'm playing games that we can't record and I'm playing them by myself. I still stop and talk like this to myself. Like, this is really weird. Am I crazy thinking it's weird? I think it's really strange. Well, we'll see what happens. Like, I have to talk out loud to, like, organize my thoughts. I got that from my dad. I got my sense of humor and my talking to myself from my father. Okay? Like, he used to just walk around. He didn't have loud conversations, but he would walk around the house, you know, whatever, and have, like, arguments, and you can hear him mumbling to himself like he's having an internal argument, but, like, kind of out loud. And I'm like, I do that too. I'm just gonna go with it's a sign of genius. Yes. I literally have a potato for a brain, but sure, whatever. I'm a very genius potato, I guess. As far as potatoes go. I'm a sort of smart one, I guess. But, like, so, like, I have no idea where that thought was going. Well, like, but anyway, I do read the comments and everything like that. I just don't directly reply because then it'd be like, hi, I am talking to you directly. And even though it is just a comment on a comment, it still is like, I am awkward and introverted and weird. And that makes me feel so self-conscious and anxious. So I do read them. But that's, if I don't reply, it's not because, like, I am a mean jerk. It is because I am socially awkward and anxious. And me talking to someone on a is like, sometimes I will. Some days I have good days. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to talk to everyone. And other days I'm like, nope, introverted turtle just needs to introvert over in the corner. You know, you guys know. But then I'll usually bring them up here. Like, you guys mentioned this or this and this. And then I'll say things like that. So, like, then it's like my way of responding back to you guys. 3 weeks later, because by the time I read you see the part and I read the comments 3 weeks later, then I'm talking about it. Because I'll be like, that's the part I'm recording that, like, later that week or whatever. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm sure you have no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Literally me constantly every time I open my mouth. I'm sure nobody has any idea what I'm talking about, huh? Oh, it seems like the water's boiled, so please, come over to the mats. Sure thing. Yeah, so I guess that's the tea room, is like the little raised platform with the tatami mats on it. I didn't expect him to actually make some real tea. Don't you have to have, like, a little tea bowl or something? I got some snacks, too. And these Nirikiri confections look good, don't they? He gave me some to try. Oh, there's, like, the little ones that we had in the last route. And this is supposed to be those wed wisteria. Red wisteria! I was reading wisteria and red, and it, oh... We got some wed wisteria, don't we, buddy? Yes, we do. Baby talking it. This is supposed to be those red wisteria, right? It looks like a strawberry to me, but... I mean, I see the wisteria print imprinted onto it, but it still looks like a strawberry. Alright, and there's a confectionery in Ura. It seems like they go out of business any moment, but they're really good. Oh, I didn't know a shop like that was there. I'm over in that area quite often. I don't even have a sign out. If you like these, then let's go together sometime. After carrying the water and sweets in, he started making tea with confident movements. We're getting a CG? He looks like a zombie in this, though. I gotta be honest. Because I know he's, like, doing his tea things, but doesn't he look totally zoned out and dazed? Like, are you asleep? Are you a zombie? I feel like they could have done better. Slightly disappointed. The lighting and everything's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about the look on his face that is like, I am doing this. You expect to see something like a little more, like, even if it's a serious thing, but like a calm, serious, something, as opposed to he looks drunk, half awake, or literally has died and come back as a zombie and is about to attack us. You know what I mean? Anyway, it really is tea. It's actually real matcha tea. And it's so pretty. He looks so refined and well put together in a way I couldn't imagine just by seeing him on his streams. Even the way his fingers moved the tea whisk was beautiful. Past life stuff coming through, I'm just saying. What a strange man. Or he is here in the human realm and he has to remember his past life somehow, because you don't say, like, oh yeah, streaming is weird. They didn't have that in the past. Like, did you... Like, that's... Again, unless you're like 70, you don't say shit like that. That's a weird thing to say for someone his age, you know?
Here you are. Don't worry about any of the traditional manners and just drink like you normally would.
All right, thank you. I tried bringing the cup to my lips in the most refined manner I could and took a sip. I don't remember tea ever tasting this way before.
You mean it's good? Or that it's bad?
I mean, it's good, of course. Although I haven't drank much in the past.
Well, there's a trick to making it so good. I want to know the special ingredient.
If you say love, I swear to God. Yes, please.
My love for you.
Oh my God, he went above and beyond. I just knew it. He's like, there's a special ingredient. He's going to be like, love. But no. He fucking six-upped me. It wasn't even a one-up by being my... But he... 6 levels up of cringe. My God, this man is insane.
My love for you.
I just met you and this is crazy. Are you insane? Probably, maybe. Yeah.
You don't have to be so disgusted. You should just laugh at me and be excited over the compliment, right?
I mean, you are beautiful. And you're so fucking weird, which I like. But, like, good Lord, sir, simmer down. I'm sorry, I'm just not good with those kinds of jokes.
The real trick is to use small movements in your wrists to make fine bubbles when pouring, like in a semicircle.
I don't think he was just like, my love for you. Huh? It's just a joke. I seriously think you thought that was going to go somewhere. Bubbles. You're right, there was a light and airy taste to it.
Have you enjoyed it? I'll make tea for you anytime you like. Because I love you.
What?
Nothing.
He's always such a playboy. No, I can't drop this act. I have to get closer to him. Oh, really? That makes me so happy.
Call me whenever you want to have some.
But you must be so busy, right?
I'll always make time for you.
I mean, this is what every woman wants to hear, but maybe, like, actually sincerely. Like, because these sound like such cliches. You're like, yeah, you would love to, but like, oh, I always have time for you. Like, I'll always make time for you. Like, yeah, in the real world, like, it's, that's an empty promise because you can't always make time. Like, hey, I'm going to need you to come pick me up. I'm literally having an appendectomy right now. Can't do that. How dare you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be something somewhere at some point that means you can't 100% drop everything for somebody. But it's the thought that counts, and it's the, we know in human nature, it's the, I'll always make time for you, with a little asterisk footnote of, as long as I'm not dying or something else, like, as much as I possibly fucking can in the scheme of life. But, but like, when he's saying these things, you're like, yeah, I want people to say things like, I want to believe you, but you just sound so, like, it just sounds like bullshit. It's like such bullshit. that if anybody else were in the game, like later on in a round, if Yona, Sharako, anybody said, I'll always make time for you, whatever, you'd be like, oh my god, I believe it 100%. I'm here for this romantic bullshittery. You know what I mean? Because you'd be like, yeah, again, you'd know it meant within reason. But you'd still be like, I'm going to swoon for all these lines. Him saying it like 5 minutes after he met us is like, I feel like you're making fun of all of us with these games. Are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me, Jack? Because I feel like you're making fun of me. Because I want you to say these things, but like actually mean them, jerk. It's for the job, the mission, my duty. I'm sure you say that to all the other girls, right? No one would ever invite someone they hardly know into their home.
Sure they would. Perhaps to spend the night together.
All right, let's see where this goes. She's like, excuse me?
Well, I suppose kids now use hotels that are big on security, so they can't be traced to them.
Kids now! You don't say kids these days unless you're old. You know what I mean? Like, do like early 20-somethings be like, kids these days? You are a kids these days. Like, I mean, it's like me being like, old bitches. Wait, I am an old bitch. I mean, there's just something about him specifically saying like,
oh, kids these days use hotels and streaming didn't happen in the past.
That is just, you are so suspicious. There was something so going on here. You were either are not fully human. You are just like, well, he did say like he's cursed or something, right? So like you are either like, I went to hell and then I got brought back and I technically have never died since then. So I'm not dead, but I'm also not dead. You know, I'm a human, not a hell citizen, like Denzian, but I'm also not alive. There's something weird with you. Some kind of weird Venn diagram thing happening here where you're like, I am human and not dead, but I am also not really alive because I don't age anymore and I'm like a typical hell person, but never actually died and went to hell, and I'm in this center bubble of like humans who are alive and people who are dead, and there's a weird overlap and it's Jack. You know what I'm saying? And like, or you remember your past life and your brain is like, kids these days, because you just remember too much about ye olde times. Because like these are such old people things to say. It's so weird. Like, I'm not crazy. I am, but I'm not crazy about this anyway. I mean, I'm not crazy for thinking this. That makes it sound like I'm not enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. He is weird. So weird. It's kind of fun. No, wait. Could this be leading to...
You're getting red. You're quite the modest princess, I see.
Did you call me here for that, too? I couldn't help but ask, and I totally regretted it. There was no need for me to put myself in such a predicament, after all.
Oh, no. I want to take more time to deepen our love together between each other.
I'll accept it. It's cheesy and ridiculous, but sure.
I don't want to love with you that's only there to join us for a single night.
Again, are these lines, or do you actually believe the words that are coming out of your mouth? It's so confusing. It's alright. I can ready my whip at any moment, and I have the strange ball of mustard I got from Goemon too. But you don't know about me, do you?
You tried to save me at the well. I just fell in love with your kindness from back then.
Okay, he might just be crazy. It doesn't necessarily make no sense at all, but it's definitely suspicious. Exactly.
You don't believe in falling in love at first sight.
I don't trust men. I don't believe in that, or I don't trust men. Both of those are kind of valid. I mean, I feel like if we say I don't trust men, in this situation, you're trying to stay on his good side. If you say I don't trust men, that's kind of like in reality, it would be like a shut the door in his face. Saying I don't believe in that is like, well, then I'll just have to convince you that I'll just have to make you fall in love with me, and that leaves the door open. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like, for the purposes of trying to bamboozle him, I don't believe in that. Believe out the I don't trust men, yet I'm here. you know? No, it's I don't trust men. I don't know how to woo Jack. I really fucking don't. I don't trust men.
Well, then, I'd like to become the first man you trust.
Really?
I mean, you accepted my invitation to come to my place, even though you just trust men, right? That's an honor.
I mean, there's a flaw in our logic here, you know? Shoot.
That's all right. I understand. You've been charmed by my faces, Jack. But people have more than one side to their faces. So, I hope you'll come to learn more about me.
Like what?
I think it's only appropriate for you to share about yourself at this point, right? I told you about how I like animals and even showed you how I'm skilled at making tea. So now I'd like to know about you.
About me? What should I talk about? What do human girls talk about?
Oh, right. Tell me your name.
Oh my god, you don't even know my name! How did you get my... Okay. Oh my god! I just can't handle this. You got my phone information. Okay, so it's one thing to be like, oh, you invited someone over and like, oh my god, I never asked your name. That's weird. Okay, fine. But we were at the thing. You invited me over for tea, fell in love with me instantly, according to you, sir. And then when you were putting my information in your phone, you didn't ask, oh, what's your name? Who did you put me down as? Hot girl at well? Well girl? Am I well girl? And like, did I put him in my phone as suicidal idiot? I mean, I obviously put him in as Jack. I know his name, but like, what the what? How do you... Jesus. What? I can't... You didn't... Okay.
Your account name was Enma, but that isn't actually your real name, right?
Oh, right, because line... Okay, never mind. I don't know how line works, because we don't have that. So, like, okay, it's your account name. Okay. I'm just thinking of, like, normal... Like, I don't have the Line app. I don't use... But it'd be like, if you were like, oh, let me get your Instagram. Okay. Or something like that. Okay, it's got contact information. You're sharing it. It's not like the... Oh, see, that's me showing my age. You'd give someone your phone number, and they'd be like... I put a contact in. New contact. Do you want to save a name? No, just random name. Like, okay. But still, you didn't... Okay. That's right. That's what I set it to. A name. A name. My name is Takako Ono. Takako Ono.
Oh no. I'll call you that then. Thanks for telling me.
What do I do? I think I can keep getting closer to him by seeing him like this more, but I'd like to get what information he has as soon as I can. Well, you did tell him technically... You know what's funny? Okay, I had to scroll up. Hold on a second. Anyway, you told him that you were totally into the occult, so you could be like, oh, yeah, no, I just like King Enma. That's why I set my name to that. Right. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. So the extra stage that's blocked out, the first letter is T, and then it's all do, and the last letter is O, which is Takako or Takako Ono. Interesting. So I was just like, now my brain is like, either that or he has a name that's very similar. His real name or his past name or whatever. And I'm wondering if that we threw that name out there and we're like, why that name? And it's because it's something we just remembered from our past. That'd be fucking funny. He's like, I knew you were lying when you said that name because that's my name. Anyway. I carefully yet casually look around the room. It didn't seem as if a Simon could be hiding out somewhere. Alright. You're promoting that pardoning app, aren't you?
Oh, right. That.
I'm interested in it, but it just seems so scary to me.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Huh?
If you're interested in it, did you commit a sin then? A girl like you seems so straight-laced.
I didn't even know my own crime. Ow, I'm sorry. I just was... You were letting me pet you, and there was a pin feather right there, and I was just like, oh, you were just being so good, and I was just trying to get it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just got nobody to get those pin feathers for you, and they're so big, and I just want to get them out.
Because I'm a transient, I didn't know anything about my life. Well, I'm not really that interested. I was just a bit curious because everyone else is on it.
Well, I won't pry or anything. You're more charming, holding a secret or two from me.
Well, I got a big one. Well,
a long time ago, I almost killed someone.
I wonder if that was really true. I did feel he was genuinely remorseful when I was watching the stream. See, the thing you could have said, you're just like, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure I have. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you've committed a sin? You're like, I'm sure I have, but like... You know what I mean? Like, have I lied before? I mean, absolutely. Can I think of when? No. But I'm sure I did as a kid. You know what I mean? I'm sure I've told white lies. You know what I mean? But like, there's certain things that you're like, I mean, do you like, oh, register that in your brain? Like, him, I almost killed someone. Or you like, oh, I like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, well, what counts? And sometimes you don't keep track of that. Or if it's like intrusive thoughts count, well, do you keep track of all your intrusive thoughts? Maybe. Most people don't. I don't know. Do you? I don't. You know? You're like, okay, that was crazy. Let that go. You know what I mean? So like, so you're like, what counts as a sin? I don't think, I mean, I'm sure I've lied. I've never murdered anyone, but like, you know what I mean? Like, not everyone would know that. You're like, but if you were curious about an app because everybody else is on it, you'd be like, well, I'm sure I have it. I just don't know what they are. But like, if I can erase them, maybe I should do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's normal. So, but I don't sense that at all from him right now. Could that have just been another act for his marketing?
If you're interested, I could arrange a meeting for you with her. You know, Shino Beekney.
If he sees me meet with her, he'll find out who I am. And here I have this great opportunity. Should I just let it out that I'm from hell? But in that case, I'm sure he would be more wary of me. Thank you. You really are amazing to be close with someone like that, Jack. But I think I'll think over the app a little more.
Sure. I don't want to force you to use it or anything either.
Go on. Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like my friend's fallen ill.
Oh, well, that's terrible. You should see to them right away.
I'm sorry I couldn't stay and relax longer, even after you've invited me here.
And then, let's take our time next time we meet.
Huh?
Let me take you on a date.
But it would cause such a commotion if someone like you did that, wouldn't it, Jack?
And then, would you like to come back here?
Would you mind letting me think about it? Oh, I was like, would you mind letting me come back here? No, would you mind letting me think about it? Although I do want to see you again.
That makes me happy. I know I have something to look forward to in life. All right, I'll line you again.
Sure, I'll be waiting. Goodbye, then. Goemon, why did you message me? It's dangerous for you to stay for too long. I'm glad you're in one piece, at least. You're like, we only got halfway through the sex. Well, I didn't have to use that mustard bomb, at least. So, what was he like? Well?
A date? No way! You're totally in danger next time. Forget it.
He's gotta be trash being so chummy with you so quickly. Wait till I tell you how he fell in love with me at first sight, cause he's gotta be trash. Says the dumpster fires we live with. Yeah, this is a guy who said he almost killed someone. Just leave him to the rest of us now and stay out of it. He almost killed someone. You did kill someone. Plural. You know I'm not doing that. And just because you were safe today doesn't mean you will be next time. Then let me ask, have any of you been able to speak with any of the escapees after just one day? Well, Izami, you know, she runs away from me. I did try looking around the temple. I don't mean to just criticize everyone, believe me. But it isn't a sound plan to cut off ties with him when he's connected to the escapees. And what else did you guys talk about? Let me think. About how to make tea? Huh? He has equipment for tea making in his room, and he made real matcha tea for me. Even though he looks like that? It's a bit unexpected, isn't it? You don't trust him just because of that, do you? I trust you, and you make great coffee, so yeah. Of course not. Looks around suspiciously.
I don't know. Our Lord Hellguardian is pretty easy to win over. She wags her tail at anyone showing the slightest gesture of being a good person.
How rude. I'm making sure I'm careful. But, oh right, he did say he liked animals, too. I never cozy up to a guy like that. No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying if he isn't a bad guy, then he's totally a bad guy. You know what? I would trust them to be a good judge of shady characters being the shady characters that they are. It takes one to know one. Never mind that. How was it with the red spinner?
Right. Luckily I ran into him at the plaza and tailed him for the day, but nothing really happened. He ran into fans on occasion and just smiled and talked with them, and that was it. I think we'll just have to keep an eye on him.
All right, that's a good place to stop then. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. He knows. The bird knows when he's like nestled and quiet and he hears me. I'll see you next time. You know, I start doing that. He starts chirping. You can hear him, I'm sure. But like, he knows that is the, oh, okay, it's break time.
I know. Give me a minute to say goodbye to everybody, and then we'll get you to your poopy spot so you can take a potty break.
Anyway, I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.